Welcome to class students. In this class we are going to discuss blocking and non-blocking assignment statements. Procedural assignments. Procedural assignments update values of register, integer, real or time variables. The value placed on a variable will remain unchanged until another procedural assignment updates the variable with a different value. These are unlike continuous assignments discussed in data flow modeling, where one assignment statement can cause the value of right hand side expression to be continuously placed onto the left hand side of the net. The syntax for procedural assignment statement will be an assignment variable L value expression and then delay or event control. The left hand side of a procedural assignment, that is L value, can be one of the following. Left hand side can be a register, integer, real or time register, or a memory element, or it can be a bit select of these variables. For example, address, if it is say 32-bit, in that only one bit we can select, or we can select set of bits. Part select or bit select on left hand side of register type, integer, real or time. A concatenation of any of the above, that is also allowed. The right hand side can be any expression that evaluates to a value. In behavioral modeling, all operators can be used in behavioral expressions. There are two types of procedural assignment statements, blocking and non-blocking. Blocking assignments statements are executed in the order they are specified in a sequential block. A blocking assignment will not block execution of statements that follow in a parallel block. Sequential and parallel blocks we are studying in next concept. The equal to operator is used to specify blocking assignments. If you consider an example where we have defined register X, Y, Z, register 15 down to 0, that is total 16-bit, register A and register B of size of width 16-bit, and then we are defining integer count. By default it will be 32-bit. If you observe initial block, it contains many statements, so we need to indicate start and end of the initial block using begin and end. X equal to 0, first assignment, semicolon, it is separated by y equal to 1. So next statement we have written, semicolon separates, you can write on new line or after semicolon. If you write one more assignment, it is treated as a next statement. Z equal to 1, count equal to 0. Similarly, register A assigned with 0, register B assigned with value of register A. Similarly, if you observe after time 15, register A of 2, only one bit, single bit of register A you are selecting and you are assigning value 1. Register B 15 down to 13, you are assigning with concatenated value of X, Y and Z. So then finally you have got count equal to count plus 1. In blocking assignments, you can say that, see, all these statements are executed one after the other sequentially. So X equal to 0 will be assigned first, then Y equal to 1, Z equal to 1, count equal to 0, then register A with zeros, register B assigned with register A values. So all these statements are executed at time 0. All these statements are executed at time 0, one after the other in sequence, and updated at same time. Execution and updation occurs at same time. Whereas in the next statement, if you observe the time, they have given 15 time units. So this particular statement will get value after 15 time units. Once this value is updated, now the next statement is evaluated. So again additional 10 time units. So 15 plus 10 at 25 time units, register B 3 bits 15 to 13. These 3 bits will get the values of X, Y, Z, that is 0, 1, 1 is assigned to register B 15 down to 13. And at time 25, since delay is not mentioned to the last statement, so we are at time 25, count is updated with the value of count plus 1. Earlier value count is 0, count plus 1 means count will get value 1. So in blocking assignment statement, we can observe that y equal to 1 is updated only when x equal to 0 is evaluated, or count equal to 0 is evaluated when all remaining above statements are executed and assigned value. In example, if you consider the previous example only, y equal to 1 is executed only after x equal to 0 is executed. The behavior in particular block is sequential in a begin end block if blocking statements are used, because the statements can execute only in sequence. The statement count equal to count plus 1 is executed last. The simulation times at which statements are executed are as follows. All statements x equal to 0 to register B assigned with register A are executed at time 0. They are executed in sequence, but assignment is done at time 0 only, execution as well as assignment. So by time 0, all those statements are evaluated. Then at time 15, register A of 2 will get value assigned. 1 tick B1 means 1, 1 tick B0 means 0. So whatever value assigned in the expression, that value is assigned here. Register B, so it will get concatenated value of X, Y, Z, and it will be updated at time 25. The statement count equal to count plus 1 at the time 25. Since there is a delay of 15 and 10 in the preceding statements, count plus 1 will be executed at time 25 units. Note that for procedural assignments to registers, if the right hand side has more bits than the register variable, the right hand side is truncated to match the width of the register variable. The least significant bits are selected and the most significant bits are discarded. In the right hand side has fewer bits, zeros are filled in the most significant bits of the register variable. Non-blocking assignments. Non-blocking assignments allow scheduling of assignments without blocking execution of statements that follow in a sequential block. The less than equal to, this relational operator, less than equal to operator is used to specify non-blocking assignments. Note that this operator has the same symbol as a relational operator, less than or equal to. So it depends on where you are using. As part of condition, if you are using, it works as a relational operator. As part of assignment you are using, so it works as assignment operator. So this is known as operator overloading. The operator less than equal to is interpreted as a relational operator in an expression and as an assignment operator in the context of a non-blocking assignment. To illustrate the behavior of non-blocking statements and its difference from blocking statements, where we convert some blocking assignments to non-blocking assignments and observe the behavior. We take previous example only. Some statements we keep as blocking assignments, some we make non-blocking, and we observe how the code evaluates. If you consider the example, so here if you observe x equal to 0 to register B assigned with register A, here you are assigned equal to sign, means blocking assignments. Register A of 2, register B 15:13 and count assigned with count plus 1. Here you can observe less than equal to we have used as an assignment to an integer. How the block or this particular statements are executed? If you observe, how the statements are evaluated, x equal to 0 to register B assigned with register A, they are executed at time 0 in sequence one after the other. Since these are non-blocking assignment statements, count also updates its value count plus 1 at time 0. Register A of 2 is updated at time 15 and register B 15:13 it is updated at value 10. Means what? All these three statements are evaluated simultaneously with the value assigned, okay, and they are updated based on the delays mentioned. If you observe here, delay is 15, so this particular statement is going to be assigned after 15 time units. Here delay is 10, so it is not 15 plus 10, so it is starting from time 0 itself. At time 10 this value is updated. At time 15 1 is assigned to register A of 2, and here delay is not mentioned, so at time 0 count equal to count plus 1 is evaluated. So in non-blocking statements you can observe that in these three statements execution starts at same time with the values mentioned, and the updation is delayed by the delay mentioned. If delays are not there, then all these three statements are updated at same time. So if delays are not there, say these three statements are updated at time 0 itself. Here also in blocking statements, when y equal to 1 is updated only when x equal to 0 is evaluated and updated. X gets value 0, then only y equal to 1 is updated. Analysis remains same as blocking assignments. Only change is in case of non-blocking assignments, that is less than equal to, all the statements starts evaluation at same time. Updation is varied based on the delay mentioned. In this example, you can see all the statement x equal to 0 through register B equal to register A are executed sequentially at time 0. Then the three non-blocking assignment statements are processed at the same simulation time. Register A of 2 will get value, here it is a typing mistake, it is supposed to be 1, because in coding we are written 1 tick B1, so value is assigned is 1. Is scheduled to execute after 15 time units. X, Y, Z, here concatenated value of X, Y, Z is scheduled to assign after 10 time units. Count equal to count plus 1 is scheduled to be executed without any delay at time 0. So as we have discussed, you can observe here that register A of 2 will get value updated at time 15 units. Register B 15:13 is updated at time 10 time units. Count equal to count plus 1 is updated at time 0. Thus the simulator schedules a non-blocking assignment statement to execute and continues to the next statement in the block without waiting for the non-blocking statement to complete execution. Typically, non-blocking assignment statements are executed last in the time step in which they are scheduled, that is, after all blocking statements in that time step are executed. In the example above, we mixed blocking and non-blocking assignments to illustrate their behavior. However, it is recommended that blocking and non-blocking assignments not to be mixed in the same always block. If you observe, and one more example, the usage of non-blocking statements. If you observe this particular example here, in always at positive edge of the clock, so this particular code involves two always statements, both operate on pause edge of clock. So at positive edge of the clock, both always statements are considered, where you are trying to assign value of a equal to b and b equal to a. So a will get value of b, here b will get value of a at the same time. Two concurrent always blocks with blocking statements. Now one more important observation, why we are doing using two always statements, because these two statements are considered or for execution at same time. A will be updated with value of b here and b will be updated with value of a simultaneously. So when data transfer, a mutual transfer need to be occur, to avoid race conditions, okay, value should not be lost, b value should be assigned to a value should be assigned to b. Okay, then we use non-blocking assignment statements. Here by using blocking statements we are trying to implement to eliminate a race condition by using two always blocks. So what is the observation here is, we are using blocking statements a equal to b and b equal to a, and we are using two always blocks to deal with loss of data. If I try to assign a equal to b and immediately if I try to assign b equal to a in this always statement, so what happens, a will get value of b and then you are trying to assign b with value of a you are trying to assign to b. So b already has got the value of b, so one of the data is lost, a value is lost. So to avoid this we are using two always statements and simultaneously we are making sure that b value is assigned to a and a value is assigned to b. One more example, by using a single always statement, if you want to do this, you can use single variable or more than one temporary variables as discussed here. Temporary variable a will get value of a, temporary variable b will get value of b, and then you are trying to assign a with temporary value of b and b assigned with temporary value of a. So implementing non-blocking assignments using blocking assignments. This is an example where we are using blocking assignments and we want to make sure that a and b values are exchanged with the help of temporary variable. In both examples you can see we are implementing non-blocking statements with the help of, say it here in this case using temporary variables and here using two always variables. We are making sure that data is not lost. So data is available in temporary register in this second example. So later you are trying to assign a with value of b, b with value of a. For digital design, use of non-blocking assignments in place of blocking assignments is highly recommended in places where concurrent data transfer take place after a common event. In such cases, blocking assignments can potentially cause race conditions because the final result depends on the order in which assignments are evaluated. Non-blocking assignments can be used effectively to model concurrent data transfers because the final result is not dependent on the order in which the assignments are evaluated. Typical applications of non-blocking assignments include pipeline modeling and modeling of several mutually exclusive data transfers. On the downside, non-blocking assignments can potentially cause a degradation in the simulator performance and increase memory usage. In the same example, if you want to use non-blocking assignments, so instead of equal to, if I use a less than equal to b in the same always statement, single always statement, if I write here b less than equal to a, so both are non-blocking. In that case you will not get any data loss. Okay, by using single always statement, by writing a less than equal to b and next statement b less than equal to a, so data exchange will occur between a and b variables. The same thing we are trying to implement with the help of blocking statements using two always and by using temporary variables to avoid data loss, to perform exchange of data using blocking statements. If you use non-blocking statement, it becomes simple: a less than equal to b and b less than equal to a. So a and b are updated simultaneously with values of